Welcome back. This is the third lesson recording for IM1, January 22nd, 2021. Okay, so where we've left off is we're converting this equation 6x is equal to 10 plus 2y into slope-intercept form. So we want to get to y is equal to, so we want everything else on the other side. So we want the 10 to be on the other side. So to bring that, it's a positive 10, so we're going to subtract 10 from both sides. And that becomes 0, and you're left with 2y on the right hand side and 6x minus 10, 6x minus 10 on the other side. Okay, so now I don't want 2y, I want 1y, right? So what do I need to do? I need to divide both sides by 2. So because 2 is being multiplied to y. So common problem is some people just say, oh okay, I'll just divide 10 by 2. No, if I am dividing one side by 2, then I need to divide the whole thing by 2. Okay, so that means I need to divide 6x by 2 as well as negative 10 divided by 2. So 6x divided by 2 is going to be 3x. And negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. Okay, so you are left with y is equal to 3x minus 5. Okay, so the interesting is, even though these two equations look very different, y is equal to 3x minus 5, the 6y minus 2y is equal to 10. They look very, very different. They actually represent the same equation. Okay, same line. In fact, I just discovered, okay, something else I should see is that I see that 6x, 2y, and 10, they are all divisible by 2. So that means I can divide everything by 2. I can divide the left hand side by 2 and the right hand side by 2. So this equation simplifies to 6x divided by 2 is 3x. And negative 2y divided by 2 is negative y is equal to 5. So we have 3x minus y is equal to 5 is my equation in standard form, because the equation should be as simple as possible, because our brain processes it much better when the numbers are smaller, if at all possible. So this time it's your turn to try. You have 3 equations and you're going to try to convert that into the slope-intercept form and the standard form. Okay, this is a pair deck exercise where you can bring in, you can either draw your work or you can pull out the text box and you can write your work there as well. So please pause the video and try to convert each of them into first slope-intercept form as well as to standard form for each one of them. Okay, I'm going to assume that you've had a chance. I'm going to go over it. Now, 2x plus y is equal to 3x. Alright, so we want to get, for the y-intercept, slope-intercept form, we want y is equal to, we just want y on one side. That means we do not want the 2x. So let me just start by writing the equation as it is. So we want to get rid of this 2x. How do I get rid of this? I am going to subtract 2x from both sides. Okay, so this goes away to 0 and you're left with y is equal to 3x minus 2x is just 1x. And we have no constant. So you can leave it as y is equal to x, or we can write y is equal to x plus 0, but y is equal to x is the default, so we're not going to go any further. Okay, so that is the slope-intercept form. What about the standard form? Okay, so what about the standard form? Let's write the equation first. 2x plus y is equal to 3x. Okay, so in this case we have x's occurring on both sides of the equal sign. We only want it on one side. Which side do we want it? We want it on the same side as the y. So we want to get rid of this 3x on the other side and bring it over to this side. So how do I get rid of this 3x on that side? You subtract 3x from both sides. Okay, so then what happens on the right hand side? 3x minus 3x, that is just 0. Okay, so I can actually put 0 right here because there is nothing, there is none on the right hand side. So it's actually, we have a 0. So you can't just leave it blank, you need to write 0. And on the left hand side you have 2x minus 3x is going to be negative x plus y. So negative x plus y is equal to 0. This is my standard form. Okay, so then let's move on to the next problem. Alright, this time we have x plus 2y is equal to 3x plus y, 4. Again, we want to convert it to slope-intercept form where it is y is equal to. That means we want to get rid of anything else around the y. We don't want this x here. We want to bring that to the other side. So we are going to start by writing it as it is. And again, we want to get rid of this x here. So how do I get rid of this x? I am going to subtract x from both sides. And since x's and x can be subtracted together, I'm going to put it right underneath. So I have 2y is equal to 3x minus x is going to be 2x plus 4. Now what I have here is that I have 2y. I don't want 2y, I want just 1y. So I'm going to divide both sides by half. Okay, that means I need to divide the first term by 2 as well as the second term by 2. So that becomes, this becomes my giant one, and you get y is equal to 2x divided by 2 is just 1x. 4 divided by 2 is just 2. So it's going to be 1. Y is equal to x plus 2. So it's 1x plus 2, or slope is 1, the y-intercept is 2. Okay, so then let's try to convert the original equation. X plus 2y is equal to 3x plus 4. Okay, so what is it that we do not want around? Okay, so for it to be standard form, we want the x's and y on the one side and just the number on the other side. So x here and 2y here, they're both fine. We don't have any problem with that. However, we do not want this 3x, right? We want to bring that to the other side. How do I do that? I subtract 3x from both sides, and that goes away, and you are left with just 0 plus 4, which is same as just 4. And on the left hand side, x minus 3x is going to be negative 2x plus 2y is equal to 4. Again, I see that all the numbers are even. If there is a number that I can simplify by dividing both sides of the equal sign by a certain number, you should certainly do that, because our brain always prefers the smaller number. So I am going to divide by 2, both sides by 2. So that means I need to divide negative 2x by 2 as well as 2y by 2. You need to divide each of the term by 2. So negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1x, or negative x. And then 2y divided by 2 is just going to be y, is equal to 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. So that's my equation. Again, they look a little bit different, but they represent the same line. Alright, so let's move on to the third problem. So I've just written down the problems. What do I need to do? Well, I know that I need to get rid of these parentheses. How do I get rid of these parentheses? I can't simplify what's inside the parentheses, so the only thing I can do is I can distribute by multiplying 2 to both y and negative 3. So that becomes 2y minus 6 is equal to x minus 6. Okay, so now what do I have here? I have 2y minus 6 is equal to x minus 6. I want to get to y is equal to something. That means I need to get rid of everything that is around y. So I want to get rid of 2 and I want to get rid of negative 6. Again, I need to get rid of adding and subtracting first. So I am going to add 6 to both sides. And this becomes 0. And notice that this becomes also 0. So you're left with 2y is equal to x. Now we're not done because we don't want 2y to be equal to x. We want y to be equal to something. So we have to divide both sides by 2. That becomes y is equal to x divided by 2, or we can think of it as half is being multiplied to x. So it's y is equal to half x. What about this problem? The two standard form. Again, we're going to expand this out. 2y minus 6 is equal to x minus 6. Okay, we want to get rid of this negative 6. We want the constants on the other side. So what do? I am going to add 6 to both sides. And that gets rid of u. And so you're left with 2y is equal to x. Okay, and negative 6 plus 6 becomes 0. So you've lost all the constants. So, but now we also want the variable x to come to the other side. Okay, we want just the constant on this side, so we're going to subtract x from both sides. And this becomes 0. And 2y minus x. Or we want to write the x first, so it's going to be negative x plus 2y is equal to 0. That's my standard form. Okay, so that's it for today. So can you check for previous entry and enter the new entry? So previous entry last Wednesday we did the geometric sequence and graph and equation. Today what we covered is standard form versus slope intercept form. So please enter this in your as a table of content in your notebook, and that is it for today. Thank you for listening.